Will it be the first big moment of borderline glory? Can we move up to third place from this corner?
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory. In today's episode, we have got two massive games coming up. The first against Victoria Köln, and then after that against Wiesbaden away from home against Köln. If we can win that game, we would move up to third place, and then at home against Wiesbaden, we do have them. They're currently in 7th place. We have Duisburg after as well, who are currently in 8th place, just below. So we really need to get wins in these games coming up. It's away, home, away in our next three. We have made some signings. If we go and take a look at the kind of team we might just be playing today, the first player we have brought in is Lubando Musonda. He has come into this team looking like a very experienced player. His contract is running out at the end of this season. 268 appearances over his career. A very, very good player. Zambia international, can play on both sides, and I think we needed a bit of cover on those wings, and he's definitely providing that for us. And then the next player we have brought in, we are struggling a little bit with the finances, but we have been able to bring two players in. The second being Kenny Fressel, who I was telling you about last time. He is an attacking player, lots of potential. He already looks very good, quite tall, a very, very decent player who comes into this team, only 20 years of age, and I think he's got a lot of potential to go on and do big things. But the focus now is on this team doing well for the game coming up. The first one being against Köln. We really need to get a win in that one, and then against Wiesbaden, who we already have played against, I believe, on the channel. But yeah, this is the penultimate episode of the season. If we have a bad one, we might be out of contention for promotion, but if we have a good one, then we still have a good credible shout. Again, there we do have 11 games remaining. We did win our last two games, which was very important for us in order to get to this position after two draws, which were very frustrating. Really, we could have taken the wins in them ones and we just didn't. But with the results now, we have managed to climb up with quite a few results going our way as well in the other games. So let's go and get straight into it. The first game of the day against Victoria Köln. It's kick-off here in this game against Köln. It could be very interesting today with Jakob in a bit more of an advanced position. We do have Musonda starting on that left-hand side. He is looking like a very, very good player, and hopefully he is one we could get in on a permanent deal. The players who we brought in were not really top targets for us. There was one player who we wanted, Cisse. I think you did see him last time out, but it just proved to be too expensive in the end. I think we need to let a few players go in the summer. We already do. We will have some players leaving on freeze as well. Obviously, we were still settling into the game, so we didn't really realise that was still something we do actually have to do, but it might be for the better really, and that can allow us to bring in some more of our own players which we've recruited. And if we could keep someone like Musonda, who's looking like a very good player, particularly for the second division should we get there. And then we have players like Fressel as well, because I did say I do want players to have to develop, and he is definitely one. He's already had his first start, a very good game in that one, so hopefully we get to see more of that, and it will be important that we do bring in signings like that. But in the first 20 minutes of this game, definitely a good start for us. Away from home, we have always struggled a little bit. We don't have the worst away form, but we could do with it being a little bit better. And more important than ever is a win in this game, because if we can win it, we will move up to third place in the table, which will obviously be good for us, but a point, and that would be a little bit frustrating. We stay 2 points behind Köln, and it would be annoying really, but it looks like it's been pretty close so far in this game. If we can go and get one chance before half time, that would be ideal. It looks like we've not had enough shots compared to our other times, because we have like a ridiculous number of shots per game. I think we have the most XG in the whole league. I was looking at it. It's really impressive, some of the numbers we put up. Here's Niederlechner advancing. Can he play it through Philip? Jakob is in behind. That is a save. It is an offside in the end, but that was a lovely bit of play there to knock that around. But it's unfortunate really to not be able to put that away in the end, but more of that and we should be alright. But it is the kind of channel players who are struggling a little bit in Jakob and Philip, so we might have to keep an eye on that a little bit. They obviously have had a bit of rest in this half-time. Niederlechner as well, struggling a little bit. Is the attackers who have had a bit of problem, maybe why we're not being able to get as many shots away as we would like to. I'm going to put in a bit of a positive mentality. If we are going to leave them on until around the 60th minute, we want them to give the most, because if there's a game where they'll need to, it's definitely this one. Musonda could be in behind there, potentially an offside. He isn't. Can he find Jakob? Where will he go? Musonda beats his man. Can he square it? He does. Niederlechner, how has he not scored? It's right into the point blank range of that goal, and he's not able to put it away. That is very, very unfortunate. But Musonda with a lovely run there. I feel like I've always thought this in this tactic: the best players and the players who have to be the most, technical and the most athletic have to be those wing backs, and Musonda's another example of that. Jakob is very good. Dan Huff, who's had a bit of a quiet game today, but on his day is very, very impressive. It's good to see that we can bring in a player, and he suits this system very, very well. He is only in on a loan. It's so weird that you can't agree pre-contract agreements with a player you've brought in on loan. I know we're paying a fee for him, but it would have been cheaper to pay his wages now instead of buying him in the future, because of all the loan fees and the fee now would have been more than the loan fee we're paying basically, and then obviously we would have the pre-contract agreement. But hopefully he comes back. They do always either say they want a new challenge or they agree with another club. I would like to have him. He's been very impressive in his opening games, but really we'll have to see how that goes. I think I'm going to drop, if we take a look at the combined tactic, I might drop I don't know, can we put Musonda forward? We can put him forward there, and then I think we're going to bring on, I don't know, I think I'll bring Hobbs on. Can he play on that left side? He can play. Whether or not he's as good, I don't know. I will leave Musonda out wide actually, because I think he is very, very capable. And then do we swap Philip out? I'm going to bring Denise on there, and then I might make a centre-back change as well, just to be careful. We'll bring off Verlat. He is returning from injury, so we won't want to be careful with him there. But it looks like we have been the better team. The shots have been a lot more meaningful. I think we had a bit more of the ball there. I'm not too sure, but even if we don't, it is working out for us, and hopefully we can go and get a late winner here in this game. Here is Dan Huff, tries to find Denise in behind. He's tried to work it through that pocket, and it didn't work out in the end. Littman goes to Hobbs now. Lovely turn there. Can he find Musonda? He could go all the way himself. He's in behind here, and that is a save from the Cologne goalkeeper. That is very, very close, and that is what we want to see. A bit of creativity, a bit of flair, and that is very, very impressive stuff from the team. And I think we've been the better team, to be honest. Let's have a look what goes on here. As soon as I say that, he goes in. How frustrating is that, really? If we lose this game, I mean, it's 5 points clear for the opposition, and that would be so frustrating. We have to win those corners, and it's just not happening for us. We've got 15 minutes to try and find a goal or two in this game, or else our hopes of promotion could be in the what would you call it, in the loom, or in the hanging. It could be gone. It could completely be gone here in this season if we don't find something. Here's Hobbs. He's on the ball. He's had a very good impact since coming on here in this game. Musonda moving into the channel now. Can he pull it back? Where will it go? He wins it back. He squares it. It's in there. Denise has scored, and the substitutes have combined to get a massive goal here 3 minutes after the goal for Cologne. We managed to pull it back, and this momentum needs to stay with us now. It's very good to go and get a goal like that, but we have to keep it now. We really have to go and put it on, because this is a massive game, and I do feel like we have been the far better team, to be honest. We have to keep attacking and see if we can get something in the final parts of this game. You will feel hard done by if we don't get the win as well. 2.5 XG we've generated in this game. Denise is standing over this corner. Will it be the first big moment of borderline glory? Can we move up to third place from this corner in the 89th minute? Denise plays this ball into the back post. Up for it is Dulich. What a goal that is. It's 2-1 here. That is a bullet header, an emphatic header. We decided to go with those back post headers, and that is absolutely incredible. He just towers up for it. That is a lovely header from Dulich there. An incredible young player he is developing to be, and that is 2-1 here. We are going to sit back for the rest of this game. There's another corner. It could be the third goal scored from corners. The header man himself, Dulich, gets that clear, and Hobbs could be in. Keeper's off his line. He's off his line. Hobbs is one-on-one. I don't know why he shot, but it could work out for 3. He's put it wide. Oh my days. Could have been that could have been it for this game. I mean, I don't know why we keep missing so many chances, but the full-time whistle goes. We move up to third in the table. Massive result, and we can be very, very happy with the way we've performed there. So just 2 changes for this team against Wiesbaden. We've got Darn back in goal, backline of Verlat, Lippmann, who comes in, and Dulich. We've got Musonda, Danhoff down the wings, Jacobson, Christiansen. We've got Jakob and Philip ahead of them, and Niederlechner up top. And you'll be pleased to know that Fressel returns to the squad today. It's kick-off here in this game against Wiesbaden. Hopefully we can go and get another result, a big win here, and we start to really establish a credible shout at a promotion spot, whether or not that is the 3rd place or a 2nd place. Maybe a late push for a title could even be in the equation. We'll have to see really, but I'm very impressed with the way we've turned it around. I think the new signings have been really positive. The team morale has been good, and I think a very important thing about a team is how do they manage when there's a lot of games and also a lot of injuries in the team, and I feel like we've done alright with that. Players have stepped up. I also feel like I've been quite relaxed with what I want to go with, not too tactically restraining, just like players come into this team and play, get a few minutes, we can always swap them out, and I think it's been very, very good for everyone involved in this team. But the work doesn't stop here. We might have got a massive win, and a little bit of pressure is relieved after beating Cologne. Even if we don't win today, we would be 1 point behind them should they win, but we want to win, and that's what hopefully we're going to do at home against a team who are a little bit further down in the table from us. And if we can get a win in our next game, then we're pretty much guaranteed a top 6 spot, where we've always been for most of the season, to be fair. I was just looking at the league table. We have the highest expected goals, the lowest expected goals against, and the highest expected points, and we have I don't think any of them were leading in, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. I don't know where it's gone wrong for us. I don't know how you go home either. I wish I could be able to go and do it, because I would like to see that league table. It's a bit annoying that there isn't any way to go and see it, as it looks like we have a bit of a chance here. Musonda, lovely ball, trying to find Philip in at the back post to the edge of the area. What an effort that is. It's just tipped over in the end from Christiansen's shot there, but that is a lovely effort on the full volley even. It's a very interesting one, but luckily it was saved for Wiesbaden in the end there. We do find ourselves in 3rd place as it stands there with a point from this game. Cologne looks like they're drawing their game as well. I don't know if he'll let us show a big table. Do we have an injury? It's Philip who's picked up a bit of an injury, but a very good time to bring Fressel into this game, and hopefully he can go and have a good one whilst he is at that. Is there any way we can see this is we're still in the beta? You've got to remember that one's a little bit broken there. I don't know what's going on exactly, but Danhoff down this right side with the lovely haircut. Can he find Fressel down the line? It's a bit of a heavy touch, which makes him lose out on it, and now Hawaii are moving in through the middle of the park all the way through. We've got to defend that. It's a shot from range, and no trouble for Darn, who returns from injury today. He's going to look to try and move this ball forward. Where will we go? It's a long one, is it? No, it isn't. It goes to Dulich, out to Danhoff, and we're looking to just spam that by the looks of it. Is there any way I can look at the big table? I want to look at the table. Is there any way? The table is here, but it won't let us show the XG table. By the end we will be able to see that, because some of the numbers are absolutely ridiculous. Even in Data Hub is crazy. I think the tactic is definitely there, and if we can bring in, and I think our fullbacks are good, but we need to bring in maybe another one at the back, because if we just have a group of 4 players who are always playing off each other, are always rested, or just as good as each other, we'd be absolutely set, and I think that's what we could do with. And I think as well, maybe some of the players to the left of them, so maybe a very good channel player, or maybe even a good centre-back could be useful, just to move that ball around. You really want a commanding centre-back, and I do think we have a very good set of centre-backs. A commanding centre-back in the middle, and then to the left of those wing-backs you want good channel midfielders. If we focus on those signs, I did want to bring in a defender in this transfer window. It could be important. We will be looking at bringing in some midfielders probably, with players leaving, so it probably will be a centre-back, a midfielder, and then potentially some more attackers. Maybe even if we can find a really good striker, it might have to happen because Volland is getting injured quite a lot. Niederlechner is very good, but I think he is quite good in a bit of a deeper role, and we don't want him in that more advanced role, to be honest. So if we just had one more striker, particularly one with a lot of potential, that's the way we could be going. So the positions we want to prioritise, probably the top is a centre back. That is a very poorly missed chance there. Probably a centre back. We have 5 minutes left. That game has gone absolutely rapid. We're going to make some changes. I'm going to bring Denise on for Jakob there on that left side, and then we'll bring Schroeder on for Danhoff down that right side and make those final changes there. It will be very frustrating if we don't go and get a win, really, but it doesn't look like we've turned up much. But we do retain our first place spot. It doesn't look like the other teams have done much better. Our first place spot, our third place spot, and it's not too bad as long as we got that massive win in that game last time out. We can be very happy with the way we've played today. And as we wrap up this episode here, what has been a very successful one in my opinion. I mean, just take a look at this. Our general performance, non-penalty expected goals per 90, 1.8. The 3 league average is like, what is that, 1 I think, or might even be a bit less than that, just from non-penalties. Dribbles per game, we have 19. There's so many green stats here that look so good. Shots per game, 14.9. I mean, if we go and take a look at the last thing, which is the table here, the XG table, where was it? If we go down here to the XG table, we are number 1 in this. We have 57 goals XG and then 24 against, so that is the lowest and highest. And then we also have 57 expected points. We are supposed to be top of the table basically by like 10 points, which is absolutely crazy that we're not, to be honest. It would be nice to, but we can't complain too much. Maybe just been a little bit unlucky. I mean, if we go and take a look at some of the results we've had, I don't know if you can still move them up and down. It doesn't look like you can anymore. The very close losses: 2-1 loss there, 2-0, 2-0, 1-0, 3-2, and then that 3-0 loss there. But to be fair, in the last how many games is that? 9 games we have not lost, which is very impressive, and we can be very happy with the way it's going. Next episode will be the season finale. We will have games against the current top of the table in Ingolstadt, and then Sport Club Verl, who are currently down in, where are they? They're in 18th, so that could be a very big game for us. But if you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this out tune. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join the Discord down below, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you, bye bye.